Keep it just 30 seconds while you guys are getting into the room anyway. Come on. Perfect. Perfect. So we're on YouTube and we are on Zoom. Okay, cool. So first, let me know, how are you feeling today? Is Sunday something that we're about to feel superheroes? Or Sunday is the day when you guys want to chill and never learn? And I noticed lately that a lot of people actually looking forward to learn and do their business stuff and create their plans for future on weekends. And the majority of our customers actually emailing us on weekends. And every single time I'm seeing emails coming up from customers, I'm like, oh my God, it's Sunday. Let's guys rest a little bit. But people choosing moving forward and creating something. Okay, so let me quickly check who is in the room today. How many people are our customers? Oh, farts/boomer. You're always here. Seeing a lot of new people here. Is there anyone who is seeing me first time and never been at my webinars? Please say I in the chat. You guys can, I think you can text only to me and not to everyone in the chat. And when it comes to myself, I can chat with everybody. So today we're going to talk with, I'm glad I was here a couple times. That's my webinar number indefinite. That's my webinar number 7. Nice. Not the first time, not the first time, not the first time. Great. So today we're going to talk about, it's my first time, Mohammed. Okay. So for those of you that are first time, my name is Isabella Ritz. I am founder of Ritz Momentum. I do have a question business on top of it. I do have Amazon business. I'm selling on Amazon as well. And I moved to the United States in 2015. I have 4 kids. Pretty direct, BS free, loved results, AI-driven, data-driven. I hate when people are not transparent. I hate fake promises. And I believe you have to stand by your values and principles. So that's like shortly about me, running businesses pretty aggressively. I don't like in a slow speed. I believe in action, and I hate procrastination. Actually, I don't respect people that procrastinate, and I don't respect people that are saying they will do it one day and never do it. So today we're going to cover a couple things. I know you guys are aware about offer that I recently posted, and I did get a lot of questions. So I decided to cover today how we are approaching consumables that we are finding, validating, and creating for the sellers, and why searching for the product based on the consumer's behavior is very important, and how do we do it and how do we approach it. And I will cover a lot of questions. Hi, Isabella, I'm from Pakistan. Nice. I was waiting for this, Rania. I hope you're feeling better. Great. So I'm going to share my screen. I created the presentation more than I edited one of the screenshots for today's chat. If you guys are in my WhatsApp chat, you're aware of what is going on. And if you are not, you probably want to be there, because we're covering from like day to day some like cool stuff there, and just ask for the link I provided here. So when we're selling on Amazon, we're finding products, it's not about keywords anymore. It's about customer behavior. And genuinely speaking, we have to be primarily focused on both. So we have to look at the keywords, that's number 1. And we have to focus on, let me make the screen a little bit bigger. Can I, or I cannot? I cannot. Okay. So we have to be based on the keywords, and we have to be based on the customer behavior. So we have to kind of work on both, because if you noticed, Amazon is shifting primarily towards offering products to those people that are searching for these products based on their previous behavior, based on the 1P data, and I will cover those today. So, and I put Netflix here for the reason because today, Mayur is one of our participants on the chat. He said a very important phrase. He said, when you're searching for a movie on TV show on Netflix, Prime, Amazon on, or are you happy with the if you're happy with consuming 80% of the content presented to you, why do you think Amazon is doing DSP and STV ads and etc., right? Because when you are on Netflix, you are being offered, watch the movie you've seen before. Look at the movies like this, right? Watch movies like this, and etc. And this is how, generally speaking, you are able to continue watching similar content. Amazon is doing exactly same thing when it comes to products. And why Amazon does it is because when you're offering the person product that this person can be interested in, first, you're creating additional product awareness and problem awareness, because maybe I was never thinking about product like this in the past, and now Amazon offers this product to me, and now I'm like, oh gosh, that's exactly what I'm looking for, and that probably will be needed. So now Amazon increases sales for this seller of this product, even if I was not planning to search for this product at this moment. So if it makes sense, please say yes on the chat. So and this is happening because Amazon is learning your behavior based on Amazon Alexa show your phone, because you have Amazon as a shopper, you have Amazon Prime installed on your phone, then you're accepting cookies everywhere. You're talking, when you're talking, your phone is listening. It's not like, oh, if someone is listening, your phone is listening. This is 1P data. And when you're asking your apps not to track while you are not using your app, keep in mind, when you're opening your app and you didn't close your app on your phone and you have a lot of apps opened, and please say if this is you, and if you take your phone and if you're like, oh my gosh, how many apps do I have open right now? Look how many I have, right? So I didn't close any of those. And when you're saying ask not to track is when you are not in the app, right? But when your app is working on a background, it's tracking. So you are providing a lot of data to your apps, right? Yes, I have a lot, I have a lot, I have a lot. That's your comments. So, and this is how Amazon is able to increase a purchase and the volume of the purchase for every single seller and for the buyer, right? So now I'm happy with the purchase and seller is happy with the amount of sales. That's how sometimes, and what is also will be happening that Amazon cannot be always right? So algorithm can be working a little bit differently. So if Amazon offers certain avatar your product, and it was a good conversion. So let's say conversion was 10 or 15% based on, like, if Amazon offered your product to 100 people and 15 people purchased. So Amazon considers that as 15%, 20% sales conversion, right? So now Amazon will say, okay, let me offer your product to 100 more people. And those people are purchasing, and now Amazon offering your product to 100 more people. And if you have enough of inventory and your product is good enough, so your return rate is great, your product is great, people are happy, people are going in after subscribe and save. If your product was 90 days on the market or you've been selling more than 90 days, then now you're in a sweet spot, right? So now your product is being offered by Amazon to more and more sellers, shoppers, sorry. So, and what is happening is, like, most of the sellers, they still rely on the keyword research data when they're choosing products. And the worst part that a lot of sellers still don't understand how to validate this data. And I was doing a lot of other webinars, how to validate data based on the keywords, demands, and search conversion, and etc. If you've guys been watching my webinars, you're aware of how I do that, right? So now we're doing understanding of the shopper's behavior. So with Amazon And every other platform, they're learning how people think, not just what they type, right? And if we will go a little bit backwards, then it all comes to psychology. And if you remember, we have a lot of different tests, what people have been testing for different IQ types, interests, psychological type, and etc., etc. All this stuff is now digitalized. So now pretty much any big, huge provider like Amazon, they can talk about and tell about you a lot, who you are, what is your psychotype, and etc., right? So now perception over placement. So positioning is about perception, not just placement. So we have to, why it is tied to the product choice is because when we're finding product and we're developing product, we're already thinking how we're going to position the product because we have to understand our pain points of the process when we're selling our product to our shopper. And we have to think about customer identity and the language we will be speaking to this shopper, to this buyer, because we have to speak this specific language they speak, language they understand. And I'm not talking about Russian, English, Spanish, or something else, right? Because different people, they have different perspective, they have different personalities. And to some people you talk in slang, to some people you talk in a very religious language, or to some people you talk on a very intelligent, pinky up aristocratic language, right? And etc., like a lot of different ones. Those two moms, you're speaking mom language, right? So we're going from keywords to avatars. And it doesn't mean we have to neglect keywords. It means we have to do both. So we have to work and focus on both. We have to work on keywords and we have to work on avatars. So we have to really target both of those. So the main idea, we're moving from search-based decisions to psychology-based ones, putting both of those together. So it's not like we're not doing keywords. We're doing keywords and what people say. We're doing avatars and what these avatars mean. We're working with winning products when they align with the inner motivation of a customer, not just trending terms, right? Because as I said, Amazon is offering you to purchase product based on your behavior, interest, and etc., etc. So before you pick a product to sell, sorry, not to buy, you have to define who will buy your product, why will they buy your product, and what will trigger your shopper emotionally when they will make a transaction, right? Because if we will rely, for example, and appeal to Netflix, Netflix doesn't guess. Netflix learns you. So if you didn't use Netflix ever in the past, when you will turn it on, Netflix kind of doesn't know what to offer, and you will have a catalog and some movies that just came up and etc. But after you will be watching Netflix for like a couple months, and I'm not even saying years, right? So Netflix already knows what to offer. And if you have a big family and every single person in your family has a profile like mine, for example, I don't have time, unfortunately, to watch TV. And I'm saying unfortunately because this is the time when I can actually turn off my brain. And if I'm watching TV, it's happening maybe once a week, and I'm falling asleep in 2 minutes just because I'm tired. But my Netflix knows what I'm watching, right? So my Netflix knows my customer avatar. So the main idea, Netflix recommends based on you and not on what's popular. And the product research needs exactly the same intelligence. So we're going after deep behavior analysis, we're going after the platform intelligence, and we're going after pattern-based products. So we have to go after the product selection. Well, we'll be building products that match patterns of your customer behavior. Does it make sense? Please say yes on the chat, because I understand for advanced sellers and sellers that are already selling, for you guys, it's very obvious and you understand this information. For those that are completely new to AI, even if you're selling on Amazon, it can be a little bit more complicated. Yes. Michael, in a way you're correct, but shopping for products on Amazon can't be compared to your taste in movies. One day I want to buy toothpaste, the next day a toy chair, a bit more complicated. It is a little bit more complicated, but saying that it can't compare to the choice of movies, you're completely wrong. Because, for example, let's say 100 um, athletes, right? And I would know athletes are just like pretty vague. Let's say 100 lacrosse players, age of 11 to 13. They're playing on certain weekends in certain seasons, typically fall and spring, if I'm not mixing up anything. And these lacrosse players have to have certain equipment that they're typically purchasing in a certain period of time. Who is purchasing these products? Parents, right? Let's say parent of this 11 to 13 years old child was purchasing products back in spring and didn't shop for these products yet in the fall. But back in spring, they made certain purchases that led algorithm to understand in August that this parent will be shopping in between August to September, or should be shopping for this product August to September. On top, somehow algorithm learned that this parent is waiting for another child. And somehow this algorithm also learned that when this person went to Publix or Walgreens or to another store, they've been shopping for some type of the household equipment. So now, because this person made certain stops, certain choices, and certain purchases in the past, Amazon is offering you this type of the product. And I can tell you more, if you're shopping a lot and if you have Alexa Show in your house, Alexa Show will also offer you, hey, I believe this product will be a good choice for you. And then you're going to see the lacrosse stick or something like the lacrosse ball, so the helmet for 11 to 13 years old, based on one of the sellers that is providing product that will fit your needs. So it is not like Netflix is actually, Netflix example is very primitive here when it comes to offering you what you've been watching, but it's easy to understand. Purchases are happening and recommendations of the purchases, which Amazon already integrated and doing it just more and better day to day, is out there on the platform. And you're able to see when you're shopping, you might be interested also in these products. If you go on Amazon, you'll be able to see those. Anyway, moving forward. So, and I understand it is hard. It is hard to believe that it's possible and that it's there, but it is. That's why we have a superpower of experts. So there is data. We're always based on the data layers because product launch success depends on several things. Of course, keyword data, it's not going anywhere. And my personal opinion, and again, in a couple of years, we'll see if I'm right or not, I think Amazon will shift towards not just based on the keyword data, on the keyword searches, right? Amazon would also shift into amount of product purchases that been happen by certain customer avatars. And I think eventually Amazon will reveal, because Amazon already has data of like mothers, fathers, parents, movers, and etc. Amazon has this huge data, and we're already able to target these people with PPC inside of Amazon account. So Amazon has it, right? And I think Amazon will shift data for Amazon sellers, and I think eventually it will be revealed with Product Opportunity Explorer, where this customer avatar is shopping for this type of product. So you will be able to see this relative and relevant product that even don't look relevant to each other. Like, hey, she purchased a wheel of the bicycle and she purchased I don't know, roof protection, which is like absolutely irrelevant products, but based on the interest of certain customer avatars, in certain areas that will be piled all together. That's what I think where all this data is going to. So now, then of course, keyword data, then competitor analysis, market fit, we're still here and we're still learning. Then behavioral triggers, this is important. We typically do it with Voc AI. And I mentioned you guys this tool multiple times. They recently changed their interface. I am planning to create a couple of videos and release those on YouTube, and I will share with you guys too. So you can learn a lot of customer behavior with Voc AI as well. Then product positioning, we have to think about it when we are starting searching for the product and determining what kind of product we're planning to sell and why we're planning to sell this product. So it's not just about, I am planning to sell vitamin C. I am planning to sell vitamin C to this specific customer avatar because this avatar will purchase my product based on XYZ. And I'm going to position this product with this specific angle, and I'm going to expand this product with extra marketing, like something else, right? So we have to expand this definition pretty good. And then layer 5 is 1P insights. Of course, not everyone has access to 1P data, and you have to be like very, very wealthy and rich to get access to that. But good tools typically have access to 1P data, and we have, like most of us have access to those tools that are pulling data from 1P sources. So the brutal math behind every including successful seller, that the cheaper product is, the easier to sell. And I agree with that because it doesn't take much to convert a cheap sale, right? Your conversion can be through the roof. Like if you're selling $19 product when everyone else is selling at $29, you're pouring a little bit of money on PPC and you're just being ranked organically because people are purchasing not because you're good, but because you're cheap. It comes with the territory. And of course, you are going into negative profit because if your product, let's say $9.99, your cost of goods is $4, your cost per click is about $7, like for example, vitamin C, right? You are in negative. And if you go on Amazon, you will find a couple vitamin Cs that are under, I think, $7 or under $5. Like there are a couple brands that are selling like $3.99 or something like ridiculous like that. They have reasons to do that. Sometimes people are selling at negative profit for a couple of years because they're upselling for other stuff and they are profitable on the back end. But most of the sellers don't know how to do it, and most of the sellers don't want to do that at all. So, and if we will flip that math, then we will be chasing down main ideas there where like we will have real numbers and real strategy, and we can break it down where it will be US-based consumables. So how you can turn one-time buyers into 7 to 12-month customers, because when you are going into consumables, for example, now you are flipping your one-time investment into your PPC campaign. So for example, your product is $32 or $49, and let's say you paid 100% of your retail price into PPC to acquire one sale. But now this person and this shopper will be buying your product 7 to 12 months. And if you're doing a good job, they will continue purchasing your product long-term, especially if they need it on a daily basis, right? So because a lot of people, they don't like to change the habit as long as something works, because people at the end of the day, they're lazy. And people cancel their purchases because of two reasons. They don't have money and they don't like it. But you can't fix them not having money. But if they do like your product and they are satisfied with the effect, they should not be canceling it. Now, then the cheap clicks trap. If you have cheap clicks, 9 out of the 10 sellers, they are losing because they're not working on their conversion. But if your conversion rate is pretty high, you will be able to convert higher amount of sales, even if your product is way higher price-wise than your competitor because you have a different positioning and you're hitting a target. And the goal is to win your PPC on the way where Amazon will consider your product good enough to this specific customer avatar. So Amazon will start offering your product to your consumer based on their shopping behavior because Amazon Cosmo algorithm is already doing it. So, and of course, retention, that's actually prints your revenue. And this is where we're going from like regular products, we're going to the consumables. If you're already selling consumables, please say in the chat. And I'm not saying just supplements. It can be really anything that people consume that makes their life better. So, and we're going from creating this type of the product, going through cheaper clicks, making sure we're not in the oversaturated market, and we can position our product the way where Amazon will start targeting our product to our final consumer. And our primary goal is to go after the real profit margins where we are, for example, in retail price $42. That's like my sweet spot. I really like this number. I'm trying to confirm products for our customers in between 32 to like 49. If we have customers that are coming to us with like, hey, I want to make huge amount of money, I have a good budget, I'm trying to confirm and make sure our team is validating products on like over $59, but not everyone has these budgets these days, unfortunately. So anyway, if we're going after $42 retail with $8 cost of goods, which is average, and this product can be based on United States manufacturer or UK, this is where we have a very good supplier. And if our average cost per click will be about 90 cents with the conversion of 10%, then this is where we're becoming profitable, right? So how this math actually work? So if we're calculating clicks, and I'm not saying 10% conversion is the best one, but 10% conversion is good enough, and it's a good start. Like great sellers, if they're not in an oversaturated niche, and if their product positioning is good enough, they can be in between 15 to 20% conversion, which is awesome. And you have to keep in mind these conversions is typically being achieved when you're at certain threshold of the reviews, if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, please say no. If it makes sense, say yes. So now, I created just a very simple math. If your ad spend based on the 100 clicks is $90, which is more than doable, especially if you're working with people like Chris Rawlings or Elizabeth Green or Destiny, like these people know what they're doing. Your sales conversion will be about 10%, so it's 10 buyers. So out of $90 in spend, you got 10 buyers. Your revenue will be about $420. Your cost of goods is $80. $8. So cost of goods total for 10 purchases is 80. Referral fees, storage plus shipping, ballpark, right? Because I don't know what kind of size, so I was just ballparking it. Ad spent $90. So now we're looking at the breakdown where you're getting about $11.70 per sale. So you still have a room to invest into the influencers on top. Influencers instead of PPC, you have enough of budget to invest into something else and keep profit. So we're looking into 28% margin after the spend, right? And like Gamma is very nice at showing us where our cut is happening. And of course, there will be something else because you have VA, because you have some extra expenses, blah, blah, blah. You invested into the listing, but this is ongoing operation without your team working on extra stuff. So, and keep in mind, so we have to also look into your tacos because tacos is working for you and it's not working against you. If your conversion rate is good enough, Amazon will be happy to offer you for each additional sale, more sale, right? So if you convert from paid traffic, Amazon provides you more organic sales because your product is good enough. If you're bringing Amazon outside traffic, right? External traffic, then Amazon gives you typically, again, it's my observation, different sellers and different entrepreneurs, they have different experience, but typically for one external product purchase, it's 2 to 3 additional sales. So if you paid your influencer or you paid for Meta, Google ads, let's say 20% of your sale, right? So you paid $8, you will get additional 2 to 3 sales on top of that one. So you're being ranked higher. And at the same time, your tacos is getting smaller. So this is where you're getting more money, of course, to your sales. So if all this makes sense, please let me know. Let me check chat quickly. Isn't CPC higher than 0.9 usually for consumables? Per my understanding, the average CPC is 3%. Well, if we're going into the vitamin C, your CPC can be $7 or even $15. But if we'll go, let's just give me any guys example, like really any, not hold on, not focus. Yeah, I'm going to walk. I was thinking where I'm going. Give me any example of the consumables and we'll see how much. Just try to think about something not oversaturated and we'll try to find something. Hold on. I think that's let me quickly log in to the keywords insights. It's an analysis. Electric lunchbox is not a consumable, but sure. Electric lunchbox, I think it's a product of like many years ago when it was trending. Probably it's not the best keyword because it's not popping up immediately, but PPC bid for, where is this lunchboxes? Bento lunchbox, PPC bid on average 0.55. Kids lunchbox is 0.59. Electric ones. Heated lunchbox, probably this one, that's your keyword. Average price for your product is $40 and PPC bid is 1.13. Yeah, give me something interested. Not for US, for me. It's like, Rania, you believe I am a person that I can see through the screen and like, oh, it's actually not for US market, it's also for Middle East. And electric lunchbox is not also the keyword. The actual keyword is, which one was heated lunchbox. So you have to be based on the correct keyword, but keywords are different and it can be completely different and like for example ashwagandha probably will be crazy. Let me see, but if you will be looking into certain products, like for example when we're looking for products for our customers, we're always keeping in mind, we always keep in mind where we will be with PPC wise, because for example, like looking at ashwagandha right now, right, we will be making sure that we have demand for the ingredient and we have demand for the problem, right? So for example, here's ashwagandha, but another keyword for the same relevant products, anxiety relief items, right? So on anxiety relief items that not necessarily will convert ashwagandha product, but this keyword is 0.78. And of course, if I have a a goal to sell ashwagandha, I'm not going to target Goli brand and pay for the $7, right? So I will be going after keywords that hypothetically will convert my sale. And if this keyword can convert my sale or cannot, I will also validate it with Smart Scout. And here Isabella decided to dive into the data because there are certain points that we have to keep in mind. And we can't, when we're doing product validation, and if we're working on product validation for you guys, we're never going blindly. So we have to validate every single product to make sure we're not setting you up for failure. So if I'll go, hold on whatever, Goli gummies. So they have 367,000 reviews, and I will take their ASIN, which I will input into Smart Scout, and I will look at their search terms, I will be able to see their keywords that are high intent and low intent keywords. So first, hold on, let me go to AdSpy and to the rank maker right here. So in a rank maker, come on, where is that? Huh, that's weird. Let me look into this. So typically I have here high intent keywords and low intent keywords. And in the high intent keywords, I'm able to define if this product based on the specific keyword will be sold at the higher rank or lower rank. So let me check some other products, not the goalie, but let me see something else. So the point is that when I'm choosing a keyword for my product, I'm validating apple cider. Apple cider. For the product I'm validating, I have to pick the keywords that are high intent keywords for the certain products that I will be able to convert if I will start targeting those keywords, if it makes sense. So if the product does not provide me any data for, let me try this one. If the product does not provide me any data where that can support lower, maybe not low, but lower PPC, and cannot support adequate high rank, low spend PPC or lower spend PPC, I will not go after this product, because then I will set up my customers for the failure. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe they removed this option this week, but we typically have here, maybe they moved it somewhere else, high intent and low intent keywords that you're able to target when you're doing your product validation and the product research. Let me quickly check. I wanted to impress you guys, and now I can't because it doesn't show me. Maybe it's right here, Search Term Explorer. Apple cider. It really doesn't matter. I just want to see or AdSpy. I do really want to show you guys high intent and low intent. Keywords. Okay, let's go to the brand, search terms, AdSpy, and that's weird. Typically it's here. I have to reach back out to them and ask where is that, because they have, this is how I do the validation. When we're looking at the high intent and low intent keywords, we're able to determine the keywords where we are planning to target. But anyway, I will find out where it is here. But this is where you're able to do the estimate for your potential PPC spend, because we don't want to target all keywords in the world and spend extra budget that will not be completely, that will be out of our, generally speaking, scope, right? And out of our budget. So now what I want to do next is walk with you guys through the process of what are we doing and the offer we're putting out there for the sellers that are planning to expand. So it's a product power play. Genuinely speaking, initially we wanted to call it product certainty and product choice certainty, because we are going after the product that are doing at least 3.5x margin of your cost of goods. So, and this is where we want you to be profitable and not going just after the sale. So if you're not failing, you're gambling on maybes, right? So, and the common failure is that it's not real validation. You're chasing trends, not the demand. Common failure is like people are buying fragile products and supply with a fragile supply chains, and they're draining their margins. And the common failure is like listings that don't really reflect your positioning, and you're lose under your competitors because you're selling product without showing how your product can be supported by the value, right? So we have to know how we're planning to position the product. So, and I wanted to, because we already have half of the slots gone, and you shouldn't be slow at this time, especially given that we are planning to close customer acceptance probably at the end of 2025 for 5 to 6 months. So you can pick option number one when it's going to be just product research. So you will get full product research and validation. That will be US or UK based sourcing direction, vetted supplier shortlist. And under the shortlist, I mean, we will give you contact information of the supplier that has your product that will provide and guarantee you margins. So it's not going to be, hey, this is the suppliers, go and talk to them. It's going to be, hey, we already spoke to the suppliers. They do have a product we found for you. Now you can set up a call and work with them and place your order. So you will have dedicated project manager and you will have one-on-one review call, and that's ideal for entrepreneurs who want an expert validation and supplier direction, and then you guys can take it from there. Now, the second one, that's the best value I think so far, is when you are going to the product research strategy and then everything else you're doing yourself. So everything that is on the first package, plus you'll get positioning that commands higher pricing and 3.5 margin model, and the listing structure where our team will develop for you, and then the actual listing you guys will create with your designer if you have team in place. So what's included here is also product research validation, US, UK sourced, US, UK, oh my God, sourced product plus contact information of the lab, then product positioning strategy, 3.5 margin model, and listing copy plus design recommendation, dedicated project manager, and one-on-one review call. And that's ideal for sellers who want to scale smarter. Typically, those sellers already have something in place, or if you are planning to launch additional product to something you've been selling in the past, but it's going to be a new branding. You already know what you're doing. So another one, that's the last one. And there is no 3 slots available or 4 because some of the slots are already gone. We just didn't adjust that. I think we have 2 slots here, 1 slot here, and 1 slot here. So, and here, this is scale your current one plus start a new one. And this is where from the research to listing design. So on top of everything I said here, we're providing you listing design ready to upload. The A+ content is not included, so it's just listing, keep in mind. Dedicated project manager, also one-on-one review calls, and that's for busy founders that want to scale quickly. And product design is also included. So product design is not included here. Product research, validation, and design plus listing are included in this one, right? So that means you already have branding, so you have to give us your logo. We have to adapt. We will create completely new design from scratch, but you already have to have branding. If you don't, you can ask us. We will definitely provide you that thing as well. But that will be extra. So again, product research validation development plus listing are on this one. Product research and validation on the second one. And let me drop the link. It's right here where you can go and sign up for that one. So when this offer will be closed, it's going to happen tonight. So that's the last 8 hours when you guys can jump here, and the next sales and the next offer will be happening probably in December, because next month we're not planning to take anyone on board. Next month will be Black Friday, and for the Black Friday we typically sell our courses. We're not selling anything for product research, validation, development, but we'll see. Now, why this shortcut beats hiring? So we are having research analyst in the team. We have sourcing manager, we have designer, we have copywriter, we have project manager, and every single person typically costs $6,000 to $7,000 per month. And if you decide that you're gonna do it yourself, then you have to hire every single person yourself and manage all this team, and to make sure this team actually is doing what you want this team to do, right? And if you don't know what kind of result you're planning to achieve, then you have to, then you will, genuinely speaking, fail, right? Because this team's supposed to work together and know what kind of goal they're going to, and to bring your product to the market. In our case, we already have all these people in place. We're already working for a long time. Rates Momentum exists since 2019, and we do have we can showcase products that went from 0 to 500,000, from 0 to 100,000, from 0 to 1,000,000, from 0 to 1,000,000,000. One of the sellers is really around the corner of $1 billion. We do have reviews, of course. I did mention our clients from the WhatsApp chat, that one we've been featured in one of the cohorts last week. Those two have been late, and I said we're full. So when we're full, right? So speed is a king. If you don't know that we're getting full pretty fast, this is the clear proof for that. And of course, like at the end of the page, you guys can go and pick the product you want. And I see I do have a couple questions here. Let me jump on those. Can I sell the hair growth? Oh, you just removed it. Okay, that was the thought. And Rania was asking if she can sell the hair growth one. Probably not, because that one is extremely saturated product, and I would not go after that one, especially if you don't have at least $100,000 to $120,000 of budget. Next one, what is the budget to go into this offers? So you have to be an approximately, and your minimum is like $30,000. If you will go with the product, with this one of the offers below, I will just set you up for failure. I really don't want to do that. And if you guys are not in a position to invest into the products, then I would say that will be a pretty, I will set you up for the failure if I'll say you need a lower amount. Will I provide you the labs? Yeah, I just said I will provide you labs. Guys, if you have more questions, you can drop here into the Q&A, and I'm answering them right there. Will you use data to validate the products based on Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer? We'll be using Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer, but we'll be using Smart Scout, we'll be using Voc AI, we'll be using Seller Sprite. Why would not use Helium 10? We don't use Helium 10 anymore. We use Seller Sprite instead of Helium 10, because it does provide similar data and actually a little bit more. How would you test the product? Typically, we test products against competitors. So when we develop your product, we are developing product, of course, based on the customer behavior, based on the customer avatar, based on the failures of your competitors. And then we will be testing your product versus one of the biggest competitors to make sure you will beat your competitor because you spent them on inventory before you go on the market, right? So we doing AI testing, and then we're going to peak food, and we're doing peak food testing against your competitor, and we're testing them against each other. Can you guys please not drop in the chat, but drop in Q&A? Can the product be consumable eating or drinking food? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So that's what I mentioned. So it doesn't have to be just supplements. It can be pretty much anything that people can consume, as long as we can manufacture this product in Europe/UK or United States. So if we can manufacture your product here, there is no problem. And we are doing completely, like, we have the whole spectrum of the products that we're developing, and we are also guaranteeing you that if you will launch the product exactly how we tell you and you will fail, we will make a refund. So I'm so confident in every single product we're creating that I don't have any doubts that it's not going to work. Especially if you're going to like 9900 package like this one, there is no chance for you to failure unless you will purposely fuck it up. So like, which you should not be doing, right? Can I pay without interest? I don't think so, because if you are clicking here, you are going on a PayPal page, you can go as low as $533 a month if you are going with PayPal Pay Later, which is affordable for anybody. So you can do that here. And I don't know if PayPal is doing any hard pulls or not, but you definitely can afford by going through this function option. And if you're going to this one, probably too, yeah, this one will be as low as 376 package, and this one will be as low as 214, which is probably 24 months. And I believe every single package here is 24 months, so it's more than affordable for anybody, guys. If you want to take a route where Amazon will position your product to the Victor, I see your question. Ideally, if you guys will be dropping them onto Q&A, because I'm jumping in between Q&A and chat, but fine. So is it possible to be a personal plan, like 3-month monthly payments of 3,300? I am pretty sure if you are going with PayPal Pay Later, you have options to pay 6 months, or you have options to pay 24 months, or you have options to pay 12 months, because PayPal Pay Later is not, like, if in the past they had, I think, only 4 payments, now you can split in a different type of the payments there. If you're asking me to be your grantor and just let you pay monthly, I probably can do that, but it will be, I will do your product research only after you will pay the full amount, because unfortunately, you technically can't trust me because I'm super public, and I build a trust around my community for years, and I cannot trust you because I don't have any way to vet you. So, and the only way to vet you is to put you on one of the payments with PayPal or someone else, like any other payment platform. So that's why I don't want to be a bank. So we can do payment plan, but we will do the product research only after you pay everything off. If this is something you want, it's not what I want to do, because it's just, it's a lot of operations for a small amount. I don't like to do these things, but if that's what you want, just reach back out. The easiest way is just click to the button, go with PayPal, pay PayPal $214 for 24 months, or just choose the other plan that they will offer to you, and makes sense, yeah. And then just go with them. That will be like really easy. A lot of customers do that, especially those that want to save on inventory and launch and marketing down the road. And keep in mind, if you're going with this package, we will be finding product for you that will be in a range of $90,000 a month. And if you will be going with another package, like, for example, this one, right? So here you will be targeting margins plus revenue, right? So here in the first one, I will try to target in margins and revenue, but that will be like, okay, so we cannot go after the aggressive product, but we definitely can go after a product that you will be able to launch confidently without oversaturation. Where with this one, because you're a low budget, right? So people are going after this product if they are low budget. So the second and the third one, those are like typically for the customers that have enough of investments. So Seller Sprite, do you have a promo code for Seller Sprite? Yes, ma'am. You have to go to YouTube and Isabella, your channel. Isabella's live right now. And then if you go into my videos, here's a video with Seller Sprite, is this one. I think it's pinned. And under this video, you will be able to, under this video, you will be able to get all the links for Seller Sprite. So they have 1 month for free you can claim here, or you can claim Seller Sprite with $20 a month. And yeah, that's where you can do that. I see more questions. Can you repeat the guarantee again? Yeah, that's pretty simple. If you're launching a product that we found for you, ideally developed as well, and if it's not gonna work and you did everything how we told you you should, then we will refund you money. And it didn't work, then we will refund you money. But if everything you did that was perfectly correct, then you will make the revenue you're looking for. And I don't have any doubts that you'll be successful, because when we're searching for products, we're searching for products that will work, that have potential in the market. So if the product does not have potential market, doesn't make any sense to validate and launch it. So I think I did answer all the questions. What is the capital? I already answered this question. So you have to have at least $30,000 in capital. If you have less, I would not recommend to, unless you can stretch within a certain period of time, then it will kind of make sense. Can you find product not in consumables? Yeah, we absolutely can. I would not do the sourcing. So you'll have to do sourcing yourself. I love finding products that are not consumables. And right now I post those because there is a lot of complications with tariffs and with shipping, and it's really annoying. So I don't really want to deal with this a lot. But at the same time, if you guys really want to, and you have suppliers and you have shipment companies and you have brokers that can reduce your tariffs, I would be happy to find, validate, and build the product you want. There is no problem in that. Do I have to apply for the FDA? No, you do not, because those consumables do not require FDA approval. They do require, like Amazon would require COA certificate plus ISO certificate that comes from third-party labs. And typically when you're working with our labs, they have this, they do have these connections already. Mike, I will go with the second product, second package. Yeah, absolutely. And when you guys are processing the payment, you will see the page when it says thank you page, where like we received the order or something like that, and we will contact you within 24 hours. That's what's typically happening. And today is Sunday, so my PM will email you back. The email will be coming from Amazon AdReads arm, and we will onboard you to the team. We're not doing any calls. Everything is automated. We have very seamless process that we developed throughout the year. So it's pretty easy and pretty simple. That's it, right? I answered all the questions. Anything else? Can I sign up tomorrow? Of course, like this question is happening all the time. No, because when it's gone, and we already have like 2 slots here. I think, what did I say in the beginning, was like one here, which this person will take right now, and we have 1 slot here. Whether the slots will be gone tonight or not, I do have a hard stop of accepting people, just because my team will start product research on Tuesday/Wednesday, and my team, the team that is onboarding you, is doing it tomorrow. So onboarding is happening tomorrow, and product research validation will start on Tuesday. So by the end of the year, you have to be offboarded, you have to have your product, and you have to move forward. So that's kind of the goal. And I want everyone that is today on the webinar, and everyone that is signing up with this offer right now, I want you guys to be on Amazon by the end of March, the latest, right? So now you have time to rank before summer, and it depends on the product. It really doesn't matter, but summer is a little bit slower season for a lot of products. So you have time to rank, you have time to get more customers, more shoppers, you have time to go through 90 days of sales, to be able to set up with subscribe and save, and finally just start getting more and more customers, repeated customers, so you don't have to go over and over. So you don't have to go like over and chase down every single customer and every single client, because that's the primary goal, is to be able to sell. So you can sell once without continue selling 3 times to the and chase customers down. So yeah, I think that's it. And I see another person. I'm in Australia. Is it okay if I will text you and email you to sign up for the package tomorrow? Yeah, but it's gonna be more expensive. Yes, you can. I think that's it, guys, for today. And thank you for being here, and thank you for standing all the way to the end. I hope it's been at least a little bit useful. And you will not think only about keywords and about products that you're supposed to sell cheaper. You will start thinking towards the direction where you need to go after product positioning. You have to go after the product marketing, and after your shoppers and customer avatar, because this is where sales are, and that will actually helps you to create the revenue. 30K investment, that was just going to close the room. The 30K investment contains example 9,000 USD, 9,900. You technically can squeeze it in to be able to launch successfully, but keep in mind, you don't need to invest everything right now, because your investments are happening in between today and next 6 months, right? So you're paying, let's say you're paying today 9,900, and you'll be the last person taking the slot, Thomas. And then you got your that's 9,900. Then you're investing into your listing. No, you're not investing you're investing into your A+ content. Now, then you will have to invest into the inventory. So let's say if you're buying first product, let's say it will be dollars cost of goods, multiply 1,000, we'll multiply 500. We can just start with 500. You will still need 1,000 eventually. It's $4,000. Shipment will be like very simple. PPC company, yeah, you can technically squeeze into this $30,000 with paying us. It will be a little bit tough. I typically account 30,000 when you're investing outside of paying us, but if you're living in the United States or Europe, you definitely have access to funds. I don't believe you do not. You have credit cards, you have something that you can tap in, and at the end of the day, if you're acting, you're moving to the certain direction, means you are committed. So if you have commitments to yourself, you will be always you will be able to figure out. Last month, someone signed up. That I think that was the best sign up I've ever had. Person signed up and he said, I am in. I don't have money for the inventory, but it doesn't matter. I will figure that out. I'm like, that's the spirit, because generally speaking, that's how I launched Amazon in 2015, is when I had my last $5,000 and I had 3 kids at the time. And I was in a position when I was about to leave my marriage at the time, and everything was bad. And I just moved to United States and I lost 100 grand. And that was like really bad. And I'm like, well, people talking about Amazon, I'm serial entrepreneur, so I should figure it out. So I invested everything into the inventory. And of course, Amazon was way easier and super simple. And that was not hard to launch business on Amazon. So I just did it. And I was lucky because I didn't know what I'm doing. I just purchased inventory, shipped it on Amazon, put the stickers on, and it worked. These days it's completely different, but I do believe in spirits of people when they're saying, I will figure it out, I'll make it work, because that's the commitment we have to have. And I see David just took the second spot for the 6900, sorry, not 6990, 69. Welcome. Make sure you're on the lookout for the email from my team, and they will follow up with you within 24 hours, I promise. If you guys do not receive the email, just text me on WhatsApp and I will let my team know, so you guys will be able to get it. That's it, right? Now definitely I'm done with the questions. No one else? Anything? No, that's it. Okay, sounds good. Well, those that are on the fence, you still have 7 hours to make a commitment. And then when it's gone, it's gone. Not repeating offers. I'm not doing the same offers every single month. And next month we will be probably doing only Black Friday. And so the longer you're thinking, the longer you're postponing, the longer you're not acting. And the moment you act, you're all in, and there is no way to go back, because now it's only the way to move forward. Happy Sunday, guys. Bye.